Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SavSocial912. I'm your host, Missy, and I'm here with the lovely Valerie, who is the director of the Alice in Wonderland production that's happening in early April at Club1. So first question is, how did this all kind of get started? I know you're a longtime director with Club1, but what made you guys want to do Alice in Wonderland?
When I started the Assembly of Phantasms, I was really looking at trying to blend my background in theater with also I have a very long background in theater, a very shorter background in burlesque and the cabaret scene. So I really wanted to bring a show together that kind of blended both.
Yeah.
So I think I had mentioned earlier that I had started with The Masque of the Red Death from Edgar Allan Poe. Something about, I guess, the literary works just seems to kind of click, and they're easy to find. And there's so many really wonderful, great characters. And that's what really drew me to bringing Alice in Wonderland to Club1.
Yeah, and I feel like theater and burlesque, that's kind of a killer combination. I'm sure the costumes in the set are going to be very cool.
Yeah.
Are the actors just going to be on stage, or are they going to be out in the crowd at all, or is it?
A little bit of both.
Got it.
Yeah. You'll see a little bit of people coming out into the crowd. As I mentioned before, I think there's going to be like some short scenes, and then everybody kind of has like their own whole act that they've put together themselves.
Yes, and you mentioned that this is going to be a combination of like Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland. So how did you kind of encompass both? Did you decide to write it yourself, or is it a screenplay?
Yeah, it's adapted from, I adapted it from the original text from both of those stories, and kind of, I had to pare it down a lot.
I'm sure.
It's long when you start to add like everything, and everybody's got 5 minutes for their act, whether they're doing drag or singing or something like that. So
and how is like the music and song component in this? Is it something that like you wrote, or that the characters are writing? Like music didn't obviously come with the book. So how are like the lyrics and all that coming together?
I pretty much let the actors pick what they want to bring. Sometimes they come to me and say, I'm thinking between a couple of things, and then I kind of choose what I think is going to fit best, especially when you're thinking like of the show overall, like what's going to be a good mix of like fun, upbeat, and then what's going to bring kind of like that darkness into it that we like to add.
Yes, I feel like Savannah is so known for being strange, and I love that you guys are able to kind of capture that in a really fun and like entertaining way.
Yeah.
I really want to know about the costumes too. Have you seen any yet, or are you leaving it up to your cast?
A little bit. So you got to see Technicolor, and her part of her costume as Tweedledee. That's not even like the full look there. And then I know I've gotten to see a couple. We did a promo shoot back in January. We did it like crazy early. So I got to see an idea of what everybody was kind of like leaning towards.
So are those the costumes on the flyer that you guys have?
Most of them, yes.
Very cool.
I think mine is actually changing.
So are you in it as well as directing it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, who are you playing?
I'm playing the caterpillar.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
So what are you doing for your costume? Or do you
Bubble
want to
wrap.
keep it a surprise? Fabulous. I hope, do you have like a hookah or anything with that? Or like, I'm just thinking about the movie.
I got some mushrooms.
Exciting. I love it. And then how are you guys doing like the set design and kind of everything to like create the atmosphere? Or is it mostly
We've got
costume and
some
acting?
pieces that we're bringing in. The one thing that I will say, sometimes we have a little bit of time constraint because, we have our show, and then we have like 2 or 3 drag shows kind of back to back.
Right.
So we can't go like fully dress up the whole stage, but we have these wonderful chairs that I bought from Facebook Marketplace.
Oh my gosh, they're fancy. I'm sitting on the set.
Yes, you are.
Well, I love that. Is there anything else kind of through your experience of putting this all together? Do you have any like funny stories or lessons learned?
There's always a lesson learned.
I know, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just talking about it actually with Justin, my husband, who is going to be playing the March Hare, and he's doing some building as well of a very special character that's going to be showing up at the end, and just how we both, every time we do one of these shows, we kind of like learn like a new skill that we just get like really excited about. And it can be just like the smallest thing, but it's really cool to kind of like, it's very much like hands-on like what we do.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Well, I'm excited to check this out when it's happening in early April.
Yeah.
Once again, Alice in Wonderland is playing at Club1 on the 4th and 5th of April at 8 o'clock on the 4th and 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 6:30?
Yes, no, 8 o'clock on the 4th.
And 6 o'clock on the 5th.
I know.
And so we're all excited. I hope that this episode kind of encourages people to get tickets and to come check out and see what it's all about. And before I bring this to a close, you have one more production happening this summer, if you want to tease that a little bit.
Yeah, end of June, we're going to be doing A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's going to be pretty much kind of the same, a very similar concept to what we're doing with Alice in Wonderland, where we kind of go through the text. We'll be adapting it from Shakespeare and then adding in actors that will have like their own acts. So again, touching on the drag and burlesque and the puppetry. It's very much a vaudeville experience.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me, because I think this is a hidden gem of Savannah and a really fun way to spend a weekend night. So I hope to see you up on stage
you will.
In a couple weeks. So, all right, guys. Well, if you want to know more, you can find out about Alice in Wonderland at club1.com. That's where you can buy tickets from. And then how can we find you on social media if you want to share? Yeah,
absolutely. So we are on Facebook, the Assembly of Phantasms, and then we are also on Instagram as well. So I think that's like
at Assembly of Phantasms.
Yeah, there's some dashes in there and stuff. We'll share it with you.
I'll do a nice check on screen right here.
Perfect.
Great. Well, thanks for meeting again. We're super excited. And thank you guys for watching another episode of Savannah Social 912. See you on the next one.